Jonesy, 3-1 defeat away at Cheadle Town here, but much better second half performance.
Yeah, and it needed to be because we were miles away from the. I think we started okay, had a good shape about us and looked fairly comfortable, and then we switched off for 15 minutes and we're shit. We're poor, man on man all the way through the team. Really, just not where we needed to be. And you know, we can make all the excuses in the world in terms of the players that we've got available, but if you're not prepared to win your one-on-one battles and chase runners and run the other way as well, and just make simple passes and do the simple stuff, the dirty stuff, then you've not got any chance at any level of football really. But the reaction was good. The young players have. And everybody really showed a really different kind of flip and reaction in the second half, and yeah, it was better, but we can't be waiting 45 minutes to see that. So yeah, pretty pissed off, but as you say, the second half was more where we expect it to be.
But that, like you say, the second half performance was a lot better. The lads seemed to have a bit more scrap in them and a bit more creativity as well. The goal through from for Charlie, the ball from Carl was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
split defence.
Brilliant left-footed defence splitting pass. Steve's put a good ball in as well. I think Charlie on reflection probably should have done better, and that takes us to 3-2. And yeah, we just had a lot more energy about us, and just had a mentality of kind of going for it, and not waiting for things to happen. It's difficult, isn't it? When things aren't going your way, you can either step back away from it or lean into it. And I felt for 15-20 minutes in the first half, everybody shat themselves a little bit, to be honest. But what was, I guess, pleasing to see was that reaction, and people step up and lean into it and be aggressive and win battles and win balls and make tackles and make runs and make things happen. And that's what we need to do and they need to do as a group going forwards. And we see it in fits and starts. Paddy, and we saw it for a large part of the game. Today we've seen it for 45 minutes. So we need to make sure we see that not just one half of football or for a game, for consecutive games over a season, and then we're getting somewhere, aren't we? So yeah, they're learning quick. The young lads, like some of them, learnt some really harsh lessons first half, and then second half were fantastic. So that's what the club's about, isn't it? Is making sure that these young players and these players who have low football experience get the opportunities to stretch themselves, and it'll be messy and it'll be horrible and it'll be a nightmare, and we as managers and coaches will have many more sleepless nights about it. But we've got to help them improve and get better, and they have that willingness to do that as a group, and as long as we're seeing that, then we've got to support them through it as best we can. And they'll be a better player and a better team and a better group and a better club in the process, and that kind of is what keeps me going, I guess. But yeah, that's what keeps me going. So as long as we see that, and as long as I'm seeing that, then I'm going to keep giving my all. I keep telling the players that they've got to lean into difficult situations, and it's when we learn and when we grow and when we develop, and it's what we need to do. So I'm not going to be taking a step back from that, because it's really important that I've got a role model, what I expect from them. So I'm all in their corner, and I'm just going to keep fighting for them as much as I can. And that might look maybe not what quite people expect from a football manager, because I'm trying to help them to manage their emotions and stay in control and make sure that they're making good decisions, so they don't need me being an arse through that process, because that role model's completely the wrong behaviours for them. So I'm trying to maintain my control and my emotional control to get them to the place where they're capable of being. And that's why I am like I am. And I care passionately about the club, because I was one of the people that created it. So I'm doing all I can, and if that's not good enough, or someone decides that that's not good enough anymore, then the club is always first. The club is always the most important thing, and I will always make decisions that on that basis, and respect decisions that are made on that basis. But from here on in and all the way through my role in the club for the last 7 years, it's been about pushing forward and trying to make things better. And I won't make everybody happy all of the time, but I'm working my arse off and worrying and panicking all those emotions that everybody else is experiencing, I'm having them at the minute, and I'm trying to keep things as positive as I can for the players to help them through a really, really difficult moment. But don't worry, we call them out if they're not good enough, but it's then about how you kind of help them get better and help them improve, and I think we did that in the second half, and we just need to train Thursday. And we'll have some of our players who are unavailable today back available again, and then go and attack the game against Charnock on Saturday, and hopefully there's a load of people behind them and can cheer them on.
Just under a couple of positives, it was great to see Zhao back in the team, and also the travelling support, especially because for people who are unaware of the situation that our fans are in tonight, they can't get back to the island as they usually would on the overnight boats, people staying over.
Yeah.
Just how good is it to see both Zhao back and that support coming over?
Yeah, Zhao's kind of stepped in. He wasn't in the squad originally. He's not done much at all since his injury before the Ireland game, so we're very grateful for him to be here. But he's a lovely lad to have around. He's a good footballer. You can see he was a little bit short on training, but we needed those legs tonight, and I really wasn't expecting to see many or any fans, and they were brilliant once again. They shouldn't have to watch that 15-20 minutes of football in the first half. That shouldn't be something that they experience, but they were brilliant, and they saw the lads work super hard for each other, and that's the most important thing. The player group are the ones that have to really drive things forwards, because that should be a given no matter who's doing my role, and the supporters saw that, and they reacted to that, and they respond to that, and we just need to keep making that happen more often.
Well, Jonesy, we've got the inbound flight from Malaga behind us there, so we'll call it there, and cheers for your time, and see you Saturday.
Cheers, mate.